What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? I know it's Mr. Tokyo Ish Sports TV, and I'm back with another one. You know I'm at this nigga's necklace, and I'm going up like helium. Before I jump in this video, make sure I hit that like and make sure I hit that subscription button. Now let me jump right in. So what we gonna call it now? We gonna call it the pussy den, the kitten den, or the duck den. What we gonna call it? People, what we gonna call it? I've been saying this for how long now? If y'all go back and y'all look at my videos about Jermall Charlo, I have nothing positive to say about that kid. Jermall Charlo has proven time after time that he has no type of heart. And it's funny because he called his team or whatever the fuck that is, he called that shit the Lion's Den, right? Lion. I'm a lion. I'm a Leo. We don't back down from nothing. Now, y'all remember when Jermall Charlo had that interview with Brian Custer, right? About David Benavidez. And he was saying, oh, David Benavidez, he's gonna make that fight happen, and David Benavidez don't want to get in the ring with him because he's a lion. He been doing this, and he's gonna stop David Benavidez. I give him like 4 rounds or 5 rounds. Remember he was saying that after his last fight. He said he's gonna make it happen, and then right after that, it came out that he was gonna fight Montiel. That man has no type of heart. He didn't have no type of heart. And now, after he defeated Montiel, right? He's going to sit here and he's going to tell Demetrius Andrade, the boogeyman. He is the boogeyman. Demetrius Andrade is the boogeyman. Nobody wants no problem with him. He is the Terrence Crawford. Him, Terrence Crawford, Gary Russell Jr., Devin Haney, the boogeyman. The boogeyman. Nobody wants to see them guys, bro. Everybody wants to avoid them guys, bro. He's going to tell Demetrius Andrade that Andrade got to fight Montiel before he fights him. Like, bro, you could unify with this title. You trying to become undisputed, right? You could unify with this title. And you know what this guy's saying? He's saying this guy got to fight friggin' Montiel. The nigga that gave you one of your toughest fights I ever seen. That nigga had your eyes closed, bro. You're calling out niggas like Canelo Alvarez. You calling out David Benavidez once again when you got Demetrius Andrade in front of you and you could become unified. That's another title. Then you fight Triple G, then you become undisputed. But you know what this guy want to do? He wants to make stipulations just like how he told David Benavidez that he wasn't going to fight him because he's not 25 and older and he has to be vaccinated. And people aren't realizing, like, when a fighter tell the next fighter, I want to fight, and he looks at him and he tell him, you got to do this first, you got to do that first, when they have a belt, that is what ducking is. And if you really look at what Errol Spence did to Terrence Crawford, it's the same exact thing. When Bud said, I want to fight him, this nigga gonna say, oh, you got to clean out your side of the street first. Oh, after I beat Sean Porter. It's literally the same thing what this nigga Jermall Charlo is doing with Demetrius Andrade. Y'all remember when Andrade raided Canelo Alvarez press conference after Canelo Alvarez defeated Billy Joe Saunders? And he said to him, I want to fight. What's going on? What was going on? And Canelo Alvarez says, you're a horrible fighter. Horrible fighter. He want payday, 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 payday. That's another reason to duck a nigga. These guys are just ducking, quack, 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 duck, duck, goose, nigga. The whole time. Jermall Charlo, you supposed to be Mr. Lions then. You got your little brother making you look bad, bro. Your little brother is willing to get in the ring with anybody, bro. What is going on? And the LDBC is not gonna cover this. They aren't gonna cover this. They're gonna tell you what happened, what he said, and they're gonna downplay it. They're not gonna tell you Jermall Charlo is obviously ducking Demetrius Andrade. You know what these niggas say? Jermall Charlo don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade because Demetrius Andrade got in a negotiation with his little brother Jermall Charlo. And he told him that he said that he was gonna fight him, and then right before the fight he pulls out a negotiation. What the fuck? Does Jermall Charlo and Jermall Charlo got nothing? I understand they brothers and they twins and all. They got nothing to do with each other when it comes to business and boxing. Jermall Charlo is not making Jermall Charlo money. Jermall Charlo is not getting in the ring with to fight Jermall Charlo battles. Vice versa. It is not happening. So for your excuse to be, I don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade because, oh, he did bad business with my brother, it's just to show you the type of man that you are, bro. And with him coming out and saying that he don't, Demetrius Andrade got to fight Montiel, it's to show you that he's been a duck. These guys choose their battles. All of them choose their battles. They pick and choose who they want to get in the ring with. They think that losing is the worst thing can happen to any man in boxing. No, quitting is the worst thing can happen in any man in boxing. Ducking is the worst thing to happen in any man in boxing. Because the reality of the matter is, they're boxing. You guys are boxing to see who's the best. You're not boxing just for straight up money. You're not boxing just to keep a zero on your record. You're boxing to see who's the best. So boxing has become like a ducking sport. It's about who could stay undefeated and who could win more fights and ducking each other. Nobody wants to test their skills. Nobody wants to see how really great they are. Jermall Charlo, you willing to get in the ring with Triple G? If Triple G send you a contract right now, you're gonna accept it, right? But you're turning down $7 million to fight Demetrius Andrade. You ain't the only one, bro. We all know what Canelo over there doing. You ain't the only one, bro. You ain't the only one, bro. You ain't the only one, bro. You just gonna nip that in the butt right there. You ain't the only one. Canelo Alvarez is over there doing the same goddamn thing right now as we speak. He's thinking about, after he become undisputed, to retire. He is never gonna visit that fight with Demetrius Andrade, bro. You're gonna do the same thing. Because none of you guys want to lose to the guy that everybody thinks that y'all cannot beat. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Y'all put so much pressure on yourselves now that y'all never going to get in the ring with him. If y'all got in the ring with him before he started doing all that calling out shit, then it wouldn't be that much pressure on y'all. Now y'all see everybody's putting pressure on y'all, and y'all know in y'all heart that fighting that man is not going to be a walk in the park, so y'all avoiding the shit out of that nigga. Jermall Charlo's using what Canelo Alvarez is saying. Oh, he's a horrible fighter. He agrees with Canelo Alvarez. Who's Demetrius Andrade? He's a nobody. Both of these niggas is using the same excuse. Both of these niggas is using the same excuse to not fight Demetrius Andrade. He hasn't fought no one. He's a horrible fighter. He's a nobody. But none of y'all want to get in the ring with him. You got a motherfucker that gave up an undisputed bout. He had a chance to become undisputed, and he ducked the chance to become undisputed just to not to fight that nigga. And y'all call these guys champion. And this nigga gonna say lions den, pussy den, duck den, kitten den, kidding den, kitten den. That's what I'm gonna call this nigga, kitten den. Cause you kidding, nigga. You can't be serious, bro. And this is what a lot of fans do. Y'all niggas, every time when a nigga have like a below average performance, y'all sit here, y'all compare him to Canelo Alvarez. Oh, he had a bad performance. You know what Canelo would do to him? Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I believe Canelo Alvarez beat the fuck out of Jermall Charlo. But why don't Canelo Alvarez prove everybody wrong and beat the fuck out of Jermall Charlo? Why don't Jermall Charlo prove everybody and beat the fuck out of Demetrius Andrade? Why don't both of them shut the fuck up and stop talking about Demetrius Andrade and beat him the fuck up? Stop talking about him and beat him the fuck up. Y'all would never do that, bro. Y'all would sit here and call this nigga a horrible fighter and talk mad shit about the nigga, but y'all would never want to fight him, bro. And I realize, bro, it's like the great boxers are being blackballed. Whiteballed, I'm supposed to say. The great boxers are being whiteballed. Nobody's not gonna look and analyze and see that there obviously is a ducking syndrome in boxing right now. And it has to be a way that fighters they have to fight each other. It has to be a way they're forced to fight each other. It shouldn't be no way that y'all giving niggas belt, like the franchise belt that all these niggas have. Lomachenko, friggin' Canelo Alvarez, friggin' what's the nigga name? Teofimo Lopez. Give this nigga an opportunity not to fight. Instead of y'all have something that make these niggas fight each other, y'all giving these niggas a belt to avoid each other. And this is what boxing comes down to. Less action and more business and more money. Don't care about entertainment no more. Boxing is dead, bro. Boxing is dead. Jermall Charlo, you need to stop hiding on your mother dress and you need to go fight this nigga Demetrius Andrade, bro. Go fight him, bro. And don't think after Demetrius Andrade do what you tell him to do and beat Montiel, you're gonna find the next excuse not to fight him. Just like how when Canelo Alvarez become undisputed, he's never going to go to 160. He's never going to go to... So Demetrius Andrade is going to move up to 168 and watch Canelo Alvarez move up to the next week or move down. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, these niggas are afraid to lose, bro. It's all right to lose, bro. It's okay. It's a part of life. If you don't lose, then you're never going to know what it's like. You're never going to feel the full enjoyment of winning if you don't lose, bro. You're never gonna feel what winning is really like if you never lose, bro. That gives you motivation. When I lose at something, if you playing a nigga in 2K and you lose, right? You want to go back in there, you want to prove that it was false, right? You want to go back in there and you win, right? If you want a nigga playing back a one-on-one and you lose, you want to go ahead and play him again, best out of 3, right? So I'm not understanding. Y'all niggas is getting millions of dollars to entertain, to fight. I know it's dangerous, but if it's dangerous, just admit I don't want to have no parts to do with this nigga. And just know that you're not striving to be the best. So y'all please tell me what y'all think about Mr. Jermall Charlo and his ducking ways. And I don't understand what's going on in boxing. Boxing is becoming dead. Undertaker. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Please like, please comment, please share, and I'm out.